Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Fiona Hyslop, the Transport Minister and friend of Greg's, has been up in Tomerton visiting and looking at the A9 project, the duelling thereof, which has been long promised, long costed, and then long ignored. And indeed, the SNP seem destined to never, ever deliver, despite making promise after promise and breaking promise after promise. But they like to make it look as though they're doing something. And so old Fiona went up, donned on a hard hat, made it look as though she knew what she was talking about, and talked around with all the developers who were working very, very slowly because they're getting paid so very rarely. And it's really now the fact that this latest lie that they have, that the A9 will be complete by 2035, which we all know is never ever going to happen, is basically not worth the paper it's written on because they just don't have the money. And it's going to get worse. And, you know, the funding is going to be cut and cut and cut. It won't be complete in my lifetime. This is where we're at with this thing. So all these fears of it being delayed seem to be coming true. Why would she go all the way up to Tomerton to visit this, knowing, and she must know, she absolutely must know, that it isn't going to be achieved? They've already, despite the latest announcement towards the beginning of the year, oh yes, we'll make this promise, it'll be there for 2035. They've already undermined this by cutting funding, and it isn't, like I say, it's going to be 2040, 2045, 2050, 2340, 87, 87. Stadler and Evans wrote a song about it. Oh, Ziegler and Evans was mentioned in one of their songs, wasn't it? But it's got what they call this unwavering commitment. Yes, commitment, though, doesn't achieve anything. It's like, well, it's an announcement. Announcements are free. Commitments are free. Action, actually building the thing, that's the problem. And that's why it's never going to happen, because they haven't got the cash. She's up there looking to see the progress. She wants a report on the progress. And then she was very disappointed when they said, well, there's very little to report. And yet again, all that money that's already been thrown at it is still effectively wasted, because until you get that road complete, it doesn't matter how big and wide and wonderful you make it all the way, if at the end of it, it turns into a kart track and all these cars have to filter onto this kart track. It's a joke, isn't it? It was originally due to be finished 2027. Never going to happen, is it? But this is why they send up Fiona Hyslop, though, isn't it? She's instantly forgettable. Nobody knows who she is. Everybody thinks, oh, it's Fiona Hyslop. Who's she? Literally that, isn't it? And then she'll leave, and then nobody cares. Because nobody does. At least nobody in the SNP. For the people who have to go up and down the A9, it's hell on earth, isn't it? Anyway, leave that there. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think. Speak soon. Goodbye.